This movie is a bloody good time with a fair amount of charm to it. Welcome to Bite Size Bunny, my name's Tony, and today we are going to be talking about Novocaine. Novocaine follows Jack Quaid's character Nate, who has this rare condition where he can't feel any kind of physical pain. And because of this, he tries to live his life as carefully as possible to avoid causing any potential serious harm to himself. But that all changes when one day Sherry, the girl of his dreams played exceptionally by Amber Midthunder, is kidnapped during an armed robbery at the bank they both work at the day after they go on their first date together, and Nate falls madly in love with her. So Nate sets out on a mission to try and track down the people that had kidnapped Sherry so he can try to get her back, while using his rare condition to his advantage as things continue to take violent turns. Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder are wonderful together. From the very first scene they share together, it is an absolute delight to watch these two interact with each other. They are so magnetic. I could quite literally watch an entire movie of these two just sitting down and talking. While their performances together are fantastic, individually they are equally as good. Jack Quaid is so charismatic and does such an excellent job with his performance. I love that with his character, even though he can't feel pain, you can absolutely tell that he is worried and cautious about getting injured. There's a nice little detail in here where after each action sequence, he's checking his body for injuries and constantly patching himself up. There's a lot of subtleties in his physical performance that just really add to this movie. The action sequences are great, they're shot well, and there's some really solid choreography. It's very violent and brutal while still remaining grounded in reality. You feel everything that is happening to our lead, and this movie will absolutely have you wincing at times, but they do a well enough job at blending the humor throughout it too that you'll also get more than a few chuckles while you're also wanting to look away from the screen. Personally, I felt like the action had the grounded nature of something like Nobody mixed with the gruesome nature of something like Upgrade. This story is very simple and straightforward, and when it's focusing on that simple, clean, tightly crafted narrative, this movie really excels. Though I will say there is a subplot with two cops that are trying to track down the robbers that is interwoven throughout this film that doesn't really add anything to the experience. I'd even say it kind of messes with the pacing at times. It definitely had me wishing that the entire movie was told through Jack Quaid's perspective. I think it really would have benefited how the plot flows, which also kind of plays into some of the issues I have with the film's antagonist, because included in this story, it consistently cuts over to the bank robbers' perspective at their hideout, and none of the bank robbers are interesting enough to truly warrant being as integral to how the story is structured around them, making me wish even more that the entire film was told through Nate's perspective, because I also think it would have helped with some of the reveals in this film and let those reveals be a bit more impactful. But besides the weaker subplots, this movie really is a great time that would make for a fun outing to the movie theaters. This is absolutely worth watching and supporting. It is a really good time, and I'm going to be giving Novocaine an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe, and all that YouTube stuff. And what's your favorite action movie of the 2020s so far? I'd love to know.